Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Integrity Project Podcast. I'm your host, Roy Cochiolo, and today we're going to just talk about talk.
We're going to talk about talk with a few Q&As. I'm going to set you up on some of the most commonly asked questions.
Let's do it.
All right. The very first one has to be, how do men deal with the ongoing temptation that is presented to them, whether it be in person or on the internet? How do we deal with this overwhelmingly difficult sensation of doing things that we know is wrong, but we still tend to do it?
Could you start off with an easier question?
It's hard, I know, but that's the top question asked.
Top question asked. First of all, and I can only speak from my experience, is why is it you need validation outside of something besides yourself? I think that, I know it's everything you need is within you, within your family unit. But we're afraid to ask because we're embarrassed. We feel that if we ask for the things that we want within our relationship, we're going to be turned down. And I know for a fact that if I wanted to have a little more fun, I can always ask my wife, let's have a little more fun here. Let's go do something a little more playful. Let's pretend if we wanted to. Let's get rid of the kids. Let's go have a staycation. Let's go away together. I think when you start looking for your needs within, because a lot of it is ego-driven. A lot of it is like, I need to feel, my wife doesn't make me feel this way. Well, question for you. How are you showing up for her? Are you being a fat slob, drinking beer, blowing farts and burping? Or are you showing up as a gentleman, somebody who cares about her, who sees her, who's attracted to her, makes her feel beautiful? If you want her to make you feel sexy, you got to make her feel sexy. You got to dote on her. You have to make sure that all your energy leaking is contained for that. I'm telling you right now, I've never realized how beautiful my wife was. I really didn't. Because I didn't realize what kind of person I was. So when I start getting down to what's my wounded little boy looking for? Like, why do I need this? Okay. My bullyingness when I was a kid, believe it or not, I was known as the ugly kid on Cheryl Court, right? And being the ugly kid means nobody wanted to be with me. And then as I get older, it's like, oh yeah? Check this out. Everybody wants to be with me, right? So that came from my ego and my wounded little boy, but it wasn't the man I wanted to be. I just wanted to be in love, completely enthralled. So you have to go back, feel that out. Allow yourself to feel the pain and the sorrow of that empty space and whatever you're missing. You have to sit and have difficult conversations. You have to communicate. Sit down with your wife, look her in the eye. Fully. Here, I'll give you a little exercise to do if you want.
Sure, let's go.
Okay. So if you sit knee to knee with your wife, girlfriend, spouse, whoever, hold their hands and just look at each other. Don't say a word. And just allow each other just to deeply look into your eyes and allow her to look into yours. And just allow that energy to flow back and forth. And whatever comes up for you, allow it to come. Some people cry. Some people laugh. Some people just can crack a smile knowing how grateful they are for that person behind them. And you start opening your door to communication that's outside of language. And then after you have that for, let's say, 5-6 minutes, it gives you the openness to ask for things that you didn't want to ask beforehand. So, honey, how about you and I go on a date tonight? We're going to go out and have a really good time. I know you like dancing. I know I don't, but let's go do it anyway. Right? Or she may even say, let's go watch a hockey game together because you love watching hockey. I got tickets for the game. Let's go do that.
Putting each other's needs ahead of your own.
No, that's not that. It's not about putting her needs ahead of yours. It's expressing your needs. I got a good.
Yeah, I set you up nice. Yeah, of course.
A man or woman who bites his or her tongue is a person who builds internal resentment that then gets externally projected to the other person, when in fact it is your pattern. You're the one being you are being a disservice to your partner when you are not fully expressed. Your goal is not to be right or wrong. You want to create a place of understanding in order for them to feel safe and fully expressed.
Now we're talking.
Right? So if you want to be fully expressed, you have to leave room for that. I can't expect her to be fully expressed if I'm not fully expressed.
Mm-hmm.
And if I need something from her, or if I feel like I'm lacking something or something that I desire from her, that's where you're there for each other. You're there to make sure that your desires come true, whether it's buying a house, buying a new car, buying a cottage, or just loving the living life out of each other.
So now that we've established where these questions are going, let me give you a second one.
Sure.
This is going to be a bit more of it's out of the spectrum, but still within the circle of what we're trying to achieve here today. When someone realizes that they have an issue, when a man realizes he has an issue, what would you say should be his very first call to action once he got that aha moment?
Stop running. Start facing. Start feeling. I think that when you allow yourself to be fully expressed in emotional state of whatever that issue may be, knowing where it comes from, you can find it within your body. We have different energetic intelligence in our body. And if you know where it's coming from and you know where to find it, you can get with that and allow yourself to be fully expressed as an emotion. Because you'll find that most of the suffering that we have is only because we don't want to accept it. Because we don't want to feel, we avoid the pain. But if you give that your attention, and I'm not saying for you to be like attached to it in a sense, and you're not going to go there at times. But what I want you to understand is if accepting the experience or the issue that you have by accepting where you are right here, right now, you have a chance of getting beyond it. Listen, not that I don't go back sometimes. Sometimes I'll sit alone and all those feelings of my past come flowing in, flowing through me. It's not to make me suffer. It's a reminder of where I came from. And yeah, I'm allowed to cry. It's going to come by. It's going to come by for coffee every once in a while. I'm going to have a sip of espresso. It's going to express itself to me, and I'm going to allow it to have a conversation, but I'm no longer allowed to control my actions. So until you can actually get with it rather than run from it, accept it, honor it, know it's part of you. We are not made of one thing. We're made of many parts, and we're capable of doing great things, and we're capable of doing really bad things, and they're all parts of us. As soon as you start to deny that part of you, that doesn't exist, that I ignore it, what happens when you ignore a kid? Mom, you don't say anything. Mom, don't say anything. Mom, don't say anything. All of a sudden, what does a kid do? Kid screams, makes sure it's heard. But if it comes in, Mom, and you go, what is it, sweetheart? Hey, can I get a glass of water? Sure, go ahead.
He was heard.
Exactly.
Yep.
You have to acknowledge it. You can't run from it. You can't run. Because I'm telling you right now, have you ever tried to outrun a lion?
It's not going to happen.
Doesn't matter how much of a head start you have. You can run all you want. It's going to catch you sooner or later. Mm-hmm. And my favorite analogy is no matter where you are, no matter where you go, no matter who you're with, no matter what countries you travel to, no matter what activities you're doing, guess who's always there? So if you're trying to find yourself or you don't like yourself or you don't understand something, you're not broken. You're just undiscovered.
Look at you. That's intense. It's going to take people, you're going to have to hear that a few times in order to understand that, I think.
Anything. Listen, doesn't matter if you listen to Anthony Robbins, Bob Proctor, David Mailer. I've gone through things and all of a sudden I'll be watching one day or I'll be walking and something happens and you're like, oh, that's what he meant by that. Motherfucker was right.
Well, I do have one more for you.
Okay,
to make sure that everybody gets it. And this is a great analogy. And I think this is going to hit home, especially for you. Now, Mike Tyson once said, I'm afraid to start boxing again because it'll ignite my ego and it'll turn me into the man I don't want to become anymore. This I have to ask you now. What happens when the voices in your head start to ignite the ego you don't want to have anymore? How do you control it and move on from it?
That's a deep
I'm good, right? I'm really good.
fucking
I'm really good.
question. So what happens when I ain't calling the pirates? That pirates start to invade your ship. When you look at that drink, when you look at that bag of drugs, when you look at your computer monitor, when you look at that woman walking down the street, and you say, I would really like that right now. Like, I'm really craving, let's not smoke it for 30 years. I'm really craving a cigarette. And most of us, what ends up happening is you either do one of two things. One, you just keep fighting it until you just can't take it no more and you're going to go relapse. Right? Or you can say, if I did that right now, like I know my body wants it, I know my mind wants it. But if I did that right now, how would I feel about myself? What am I looking for within that? It's not the drug that I want. It's not that girl I see walking down the street that I want. It's where do I want to fill? What gap am I trying to fill at the moment? I think that the pain, because we want to avoid the pain. You want to avoid that. And your ego is like, fuck it, let's just get it done. Let's get this over with. And then you have, actually, it's not even your ego. Your id, which is that primal urge to have it now without any consequence. They don't care. They just want it now. And then you have and that's the devil. And then you have your super ego, which is the angel saying, Stefano, don't do it. Stefano, don't do it. And then your ego is in the middle saying, well, here's all the reasons why you should do it. And here's all the reasons why you shouldn't do it. So I'm going to play you in the middle and say, maybe just do it a little bit. But you know you can't have a little bit. So now you have to get with that pain. You got to get with that and just allow yourself to feel it. Notice that through it all, the pain of it all subsides. On the other side of that pain is the joy of, I don't need that anymore. That doesn't drive me anymore. That doesn't give me the pleasure that I need. It doesn't give me the energy I need, because gravity is fierce. That identity that you carried around with you for so long will always come back to haunt you. You invite him in, have a cup of coffee, talk to it, acknowledge it's there. It's part of me.
You want people to?
I want you to acknowledge it.
Okay.
I want you to acknowledge that it's there.
Okay.
I don't want you to say, I'm just going to ignore it. No.
You acknowledge it, and then what? What do you do with it?
You acknowledge it and you allow yourself to feel the pain of it. You allow yourself to feel the pain of whatever that is.
What it caused you.
The drugs don't cause you the pain. It's the pain that caused you to take the drugs. It's the pain that you're trying to avoid. But you can't avoid it. You have to face it. You have to allow yourself to feel it. If you got to break down and cry and sob like a baby for the next 2 hours to get through that pain, you do it.
Or if you're lucky enough and you have a companion that you can share all of these moments of, I'm about to relapse. Hold on a second.
Let's talk about sharing.
Let's do it.
It comes to a point where the important part is never try to talk them out of it. You never try to tell them what to do. You leave space for them to express themselves emotionally. Let them tell you the pain they're feeling. Let them tell you about the temptations they're having. You let them just speak it out for themselves, because when they start to get out, let them cry about it, hold them, give them space, allow them just to be in that energy of pain, and all you do is give them space of love. Because no matter how you look at it, love heals everything. Love heals everything. And if that person loves you, they'll give you space to feel loved and connected. You're not here to fight it. You're here to allow it just to flow through you. And if you give it a little bit of time, that crying, that anger, that pain becomes laughter, becomes joy. The fact that, you know what? You've overcome something for so long that controlled you, because now that you control it, you've accepted it. Now it can't control you. You control it.
Well said. Very proud of you, man. It takes a lot to accept that there's always the demon and the devil right there, but it's whether you choose to have him take over again or not. And that is the fucking biggest challenge ever.
It is a challenge when here. So I'm in a different place in my life right now. The temptation of all that stuff, of other women and stuff like that, that stroke my own ego to make me feel better. I've come to terms with the fact that there's always going to be beautiful women.
Of course.
There's always going to be beautiful people. There's always going to be, but that's, to me, the mentality, the mental checklist I go through of why I wanted that to be done, because it came from a wound of a 12-year-old boy that no one thought was attractive or handsome. And if I can show you, then you know what makes me a man? No, what makes me a man is the fact that I'm fully committed, right? And my full commitment to the end is my freedom. Like, it is complete freedom when you're fully committed to something and someone and you love them fully. It's freedom, because you no longer have to worry about, you never have to worry about judgment of others. You can show up authentically. I can show up on my day, whether I'm a good day or bad day. I know I'm loved and I know I love her. It doesn't really matter. And it's just a beautiful place to be. It's freedom.
It's freedom.
It's freedom.
Give me a bit more freedom right here at this camera.
All right. All right, folks. Thanks for watching this episode of the Integrity Project. We answered some really deep, deep questions in there. And we thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.